new year. Any New Year resolutions for the group?
For the group, not that I'm aware.
What would you like them to improve on based on the week away? I heard you talk after the game, a bit of a mixed bag of results. What is sort of the key messages heading into this week?
Obviously, we want to make our home ground our fortress. That's going to be the focus moving forward now, because we know that if we can do that, then we're going to have more consistency in our performance and we can really attack the rest of the season.
Where does that start then, making it a fortress? Is it mentality, skill execution?
It's when we step out on the pitch at HBF, the mentality's right and we're ready to really attack the game and go after this game because we want 3 points.
Spoken a lot about sort of addressing mentality, building confidence in this group. How do you go about doing that with them in particular? Reece was just talking about it before, but I guess from you, when you look at the group, where do you start with that?
We do it every day. We look at how we can improve how we want to play, and we continue to focus on areas where we need to improve, but also doubling down on the areas we have improved and continue to up our levels every single day.
Would you say you're a relationship-based coach? Is that first and foremost for you?
So sort of a mix. Try to understand every single person, and then allow them to try to thrive on that. Obviously over time you get to understand each individual better, and then trying to work out how that works together with the collective of the group.
You've had a few changes within the group, a few comings and goings. Any update on Kolonoski and whether or not his contract is close?
It's close, so we're looking to finalise that soon.
Just finally as well, Mariners, taking a look at them. What have you made of their season so far, and I guess areas to exploit?
Yeah, obviously the league is so tight at the moment, and you get a couple wins and you skyrocket straight up into the six. So every single team is beating each other. The teams that get consistency are the teams that are going to move forward. That's what we want to look forward to. So every game for us is 100% focus on getting the 3 points.
I know you probably don't necessarily take the latter into consideration, but you kind of look at your performances. But there is a bowl neck, and Victory, City are sort of up towards 4th, 5th, and so it all is quite close. But given the results against them, does that give you a little bit of confidence that you know that you're not far off sort of playoffs?
Yeah, our performances normally tend to, if you perform well, eventually the consistency happens with results and points. So I feel like our performances have been strong. We do need to improve our home form. That's going to be the focus. And once we can get that consistency, I think the players will really thrive on the home support and start to take that pressure off and really excel.
How did Taggart go as well? Is he close to full minutes yet?
Yeah, he's training well now. So we're hoping that he'll be fully available this week.
Just with Tags, obviously you've had to manage him a bit throughout the season because he had the heel complaint and then he had the groin complaint. He's obviously someone that wants to play as much as possible. How do you weigh up how much to use him, given he's such an asset when he's out there, but you also don't want to overcook him?
Yeah, I want him to get to a point where he is pain-free. We're getting closer to that, but we also want him to be able to train, so then normally your training then tends to lean towards your performance. The more you work with the group, the more your fitness levels go up, and your performance should reflect that. That's where we're at with Tags, and we're hoping that consistency will start to pay off.
Matt Sutton as well, he was signed on an injury replacement contract. Is that something, he's obviously been playing well for you guys, is that something you'd like to extend him?
Yeah, 100%. So I think the club is in conversation now, and we should find out some more information soon.
Looking back at the Victory game, it was obviously a really good start, and then Melbourne's midfield got on top a bit. You guys dropped back a bit deeper, as is a lot of teams at any level when they're protecting a lead, they do tend to drop a bit deeper. How do you change the mindset and get them pushing up so they're not ceding territory and possession as much without playing too high a line?
Yeah, it was a combination of us not keeping the ball, which then meant that if you don't keep the ball and give it away easily, then the pressure mounts, and then you don't have the energy to step up. So we've addressed that in terms of our training sessions, focusing more at keeping the ball and making sure we're better in those moments with decision making, and then following that up with our positioning to be able to step up on the press, and just a lot of video and training.
And you've got a few walking wounded as well. Do you expect Jaden Kaczarski or Seb Despotovsky or even a Lockie Wales are you hoping they'll be available over the next couple of weeks?
Hopefully over the next couple of weeks. They're not available for this game, but hopefully the next couple of weeks. With those additions, we start to become a stronger team. So.
And Aaron Suleimani, he's someone that, particularly in that Melbourne City game, started to really find his mark. What have you made of his growth given the opportunities he's been afforded?
Yeah, he's a talented young player that we have a lot of hope for. He's brought to the club with that potential, and now we're trying to just work on him to continue to improve. He's got a lot of good energy, and he can put pressure on other strikers to make sure that they're in form. He's a talented young player, and we hope we can continue to build his confidence.
Just in terms of the game itself on Saturday, Adam, what sort of game are you expecting to unfold?
Probably a game where, against Adelaide, they stepped up and they pressed Adelaide and they got some joy from that. So potentially they could do that. The previous game, it was more of a low block and we had to try to break that down. So you never know. You just never know what teams are going to bring, but we're prepared for anything.
And is that, in a way, quite exciting as a coach, that you might have to make adjustments on the hoof, as it were?
The what?
On the hoof.
The hoof? Are we talking about horses or?
Yeah, it's the question for you right there. But no, just in terms of that you may have to make adjustments depending on what happens.
Yeah, we always make adjustments. When we see tactical changes, we'll make those changes in the game, and the players are smart enough to adjust those things. Tom, are you smiling at me?
All good?
All good.
To be fair,